So this is my buddy Brad's BougeRV 30-quart refrigerator. Now he has had this thing in the back of the truck for 6 to 7 months. He said it has been flawless, and it's funny that I saw that right before Bouge reached out to me to do a review video. Now the name of the company is Bouge, even though I say bougie throughout this whole video. So after seeing my buddy Brad's BougeRV refrigerator in the back of his truck, it was like perfect timing. BougeRV sent us an email, see if we wanted to do a review video on one of their refrigerators. So I got one similar to his, is what I asked for, and we're about to take it out of the box, see what it looks like. So this is the 30-quart CRPro from BougeRV. I'm kind of curious to see what's in the box. They did have it in 2 different colors. I opted to go with the black just because they clean up better. I know the last one of these that I had wasn't a BougeRV, but it was gray and it turned black from, I wore that thing out. I drug it around with me everywhere. Greasy handprints and all that stuff on it. It did turn black after a while, but so far it looks good. It does have 2 handles. I've kind of been looking at it as they sent it, and I looked at Mr. Brad's, and so I thought I'd push record, and I didn't, and I missed the unboxing of the power cables, but it's really simple. I'll go back there and show you what I pulled out. But right here, I have it plugged in. It plugs right into the side down there, and this is what the display looks like. It's showing 14.6 volts. I know that's nice because I see other people that's got them in their trucks, and it tells you the voltage of your truck right there on the screen. So that is awesome having that digital readout. Now I'm not sure what I'm doing here. I probably should read some directions, but anyway, you would set it, turn it up or turn it down right here. So it's set on 32 degrees, which I'll probably set it like 38 degrees. Let's see how far it goes down, just curiosity. -8. That would definitely freeze your steaks so you can keep them cold and take them out for grilling later on. Let's see how high it goes, which, you know, going higher doesn't really, you know, on a fridge you want it to be at least 40 degrees or less, I would think. But 50, so that's cool. Let's go back to 30. 38, that's where I'm gonna set it and leave it. Now whenever it flashes and it goes back to 65, that is the temperature inside right now. I'm gonna get you guys a little bit closer up of a look. This is the storage compartment I was talking about, or it can house the portable power station, or you can just lay your valuables in here, you know, like your phone, and it does have the little push through where you can push a power cord in and charge your phone to keep it out of the sun or something like that. Like say if you had this thing on a tailgate or something like that. It did have the box with the owner's manual and all that stuff in it. I'll figure out where the lid is, and I was recording earlier and thought I was, and I'd forgotten to push the button, but all that was in here is this power cord that goes to the wall. So that would be the 110. Now it says it's also good for 12 or 24 volt systems. Now I'm not sure if you have to set it up for 12 or 24 volt, but it does say that it is capable of 12 or 24 volt. Now it gives you a really long DC power cable. I don't know how many feet that is, but that's a pretty good sized power cable. A lot of wire. And it gives you a short cable. Now what this short cable is for the power station. You can see it right there where it goes into the side. I didn't get the power station, but you see this short cable running around, so you can power the fridge from the power station right there if you want to. I'm assuming you should be able to charge cell phone stuff from it too, but I know you can power the actual unit from that. Let's see. Yep, 220 watt hour. I'm gonna leave links to all this stuff in the description if you're interested. And guys, the main selling point on this to me, the reason I was gonna go with this one over buying another one like what I did have, is the price. This thing is, the other one is almost 4 times more expensive than what this one is. So from what I've seen, one thing I'm noticing is how quiet this thing is. Here's where the motor is. That's right beside the motor. It is whisper quiet. I mean, it's just a very, very light hum that you can hear. And then as far as the inside goes, I like that it has a chain instead of a little rubber strap. I mean, you can see it's not a very big chain. It's not like a, I don't know how strong this thing would be, but it looks a lot stronger than the little rubber strap that I was used to. It does have a light on the inside, which I never really figured on a cooler this small I would like, but I actually loved it when I started carrying food in it, so you're not digging around. And it has this divider wall, so you can put separate your drinks on one side and some snacks on the other if you want to. And that's a lot better than the metal basket that I had in the other one, because it rubbed, you know, when you're dragging it down the road in the truck all the time, from the bumps and bruises of the road, that thing moves, and it had started rusting on the inside, so I wasn't a big fan of that. But the other one did do me a good job for a long time. Like I say, if you guys watch my videos, you'll know which one I'm talking about, but I'm not going to say the name of this video. That would be rude and unprofessional. Anyway, for right now, this is going to be my shop fridge. I'm going to leave it plugged in here tonight, and when I come back in the morning, I'll check it out. I'm going to put some drinks in it, but it's going to live right here in this passenger seat. Don't hold it against me if the truck's a mess, but that's where I need it to sit, right there. And one thing I'm worried about is how much room am I going to have once I put it in here. Is it going to be okay distance wise? So let me put this in, set it in here. We'll see how it's going to fit its new home. So here's where it's going to live for most of its life. With me being an RV transport and traveling a lot, I would prefer to keep it right here. Like I say, if I ever wind up buying another one, it's nice to know that I could put it in the back of the truck and see how it holds up. But right here is in perfect arm's reach of the you know, so I can grab drinks while I'm going down the road, stuff like that. And I do like that it doesn't have big bulky handles. I mean, that I've seen others that have big meaty handles, but for me they usually just get in the way. This is perfectly fine. So I'm still kind of digging the bottle opener. A lot of people don't even use bottle openers anymore, but you know, that's pretty cool. Very nice touch. The cup holders on the top, that's a nice touch. Let's get it back out and plug it back in. That way I can leave it where it's going to be for the night. Not ideal. I'm going to have to find a permanent place to leave this, but I also didn't have the drinks. I thought I had a 12-pack of drinks I could put in, but I did put one bottle of water in it. That's all I had, and it's like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. I'm going to leave this sitting here. We'll be back in a flash. Would it be tomorrow afternoon for me? I'll stop by in the morning, fill it up with drinks, come back tomorrow evening and see how it's doing. About 3 days later, I dropped the ball. I just got covered up. As you can see, I got this one I'm looking at. I've had to do some more work on the old Kubota tractor. But the BougeRV. Now, I've been saying bougie this whole time because it's just a phrase going around. But the BougeRV refrigerator, I've been using it for about 3 days now. And I've been in the shop every day, and I've loaded it up with a 12-pack of drinks, meant to come back and check on it a little bit later on, but they are frosty cold. I've still got it set on 38 degrees, and it cooled these off really quick. I came in the next morning, loaded it up, and was going to see how long it took for them for the fridge to bring it down to temperature. I walked off for a minute. When I came back, it was at temperature, and the drinks were cold. So in an hour, it may have been an hour and a half, it had brought it down to 38 degrees. Now, I have not went down to the 4-degree setting on it because I don't want to freeze anything, but it says that if you have it at the -4-degree setting where you're freezing stuff and you unplug it, it should keep things frozen or still cold, frozen for 37 hours. Now, that sounds like a long stretch, and I don't have a chance to test that out. I don't really even have that much frozen stuff to put in it, but I know it does seem like it holds its cool. The other day I unplugged it by accident and 3 hours and came back to get a drink out, noticed it wasn't lit up and everything was still cold. Now, another thing I noticed, I was pushing this right here the other day. This is an energy saving, it's eco mode. So right here you see max and then eco. So on the eco mode, I think is where it has been, because I was messing around pushing buttons. I didn't know what it did the other night, and I just read up on it and figured that out. So this whole fridge has got quite a few features on it. It does have 4 points to tie down. and it does have the short cable that will run from here down to here included with the fridge for the power station. I did not get the power station, but I do like it. It's got a little cubby though there if you're not using the power station. And if you do opt for the power station, I do not know, it's 220 watt hours, but I don't know how long it'll run the fridge, because like I say, I didn't even know that was a thing really until after I'd gotten the fridge. But so far I'm impressed. And if you do any kind of camping, construction, like me, RV transport, where it's going to ride around the seat, I've got to go to Indiana this weekend to get another truck, and this thing will be right in the passenger seat. You know, if you sit down and do the math on how much money you'll save not buying ice for coolers every day, that was where I was at first when I first looked into getting an electric refrigerator. Is I just can't give that kind of money for one. Well, this one is a fraction of the cost of what the competitors and what the one that I used to have was, and it will pay for itself if you use it every day. If you use it like I do with RV transport, or in your job every day, or in your travels every day, and you're buying ice every day, it's going to pay for itself really quick. So that being said, I'm about to get things closed up here. I just remembered that I forgot to finish up this video. But you know what, this review video is just an unboxing, plug it in, and my first thoughts on it. But I have a buddy that runs an 18-wheeler. He's got one, had it for about 8 months, and he loves his. My buddy Brad, that y'all saw his in the beginning of the video, he's had his for 6 to 7 months, and it lives in the back of his truck. So that to me was enough for me to want to get one. If it'll survive those kind of elements and being beat down the road in an 18-wheeler. It did say when you set it in a seat, like setting it in my seat, it'll be kind of kicked back. But it said to keep it at a 30-degree angle. As long as it's less than the 30-degree angle, it will be okay. So, and shock proof and all that stuff. I did read some of the instructions today, some of the book today, because I knew I needed to finish the video. But anyway, so far I'm extremely happy with it. I would like to say it's going to be my new shop fridge, but I know it's going to be right back in the seat of the truck riding around the country with me here for long. But maybe I'll get another one to keep in here in the shop. But alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much to BougeRV for sending me this to review, and I will see you in the next video.